Hi, John Laney here to talk about the second key to having a great relationship. The University of Denver did a study with over 2,000 couples to try and find out what causes a relationship to last or to fail. And what they found in this study was something you wouldn't expect. What causes a relationship to last or fail is determined by how the couple handles conflict. Here's some ways not to handle conflict. These are red flags. If you scream at each other, if you slam doors and don't talk for a day or two, if you insult each other and call each other names, these can all be signs that you're not handling conflict well, and it will be a problem for your relationship long term. So how should you handle conflict? Well, it's a topic much larger than we can cover in a short video, but here are 3 things that can help you handle conflict in a much healthier way in your relationship. The first is to understand that conflict is natural and normal. It's going to happen in a relationship. And you don't have to make it mean that they hate you or you hate them or the relationship is over or all the negative stuff we make conflict mean. It's going to happen. The second thing to understand about conflict is over time you can learn to de-escalate conflict, to calm it down so it doesn't turn into a raging inferno. One thing is, as conflict is developing, you can learn to breathe and calm yourself down some. You can step back rather than stepping into the face of the argument. And you can lower your voice, the tone of your voice, speak more softly. As you learn to breathe and to step back and to lower the tone of your voice, you're much more likely to de-escalate the conflict and derail it from building into a huge fight that causes a ton of relationship damage. And here's the third thing that you can do after conflict happens. Once a conflict is over, what are we doing? We're in there fuming to ourselves. We're waiting for them to apologize. We're rerunning the conflict in our head. We should have said this. They shouldn't have said that. I hate them. All that stuff, right? That can be called the Cold War after the conflict is ended. So you want to cut short the time it takes after a conflict to reconnect with your mate. It will stop the Cold War. So here are 6 words that you can use once you've calmed down a little and once your mate has calmed down to end the conflict Cold War and to reconnect with your mate. The 6 words are: sorry we fought, are you okay? When you can ask your mate that question, you're extending an olive branch. You're letting the conflict start to move towards resolution rather than building up all this distance and anger between you. So those are 3 simple takeaways on how to begin to handle conflict well. Conflict is natural. It's going to happen. You're going to get a lot of practice with it. Now, there's a lot more that you can learn about how to turn conflict into caresses, but this is a great start. And in the next video, we'll talk about the third key to a great relationship. See you then.